Today we're going to construct a tetrahedron, which is an object that has four faces, all four being, in our case, equilateral triangles. Equilateral meaning that every one of the edges is going to be the same length. Now, what you see here is some of the materials we'll be using. You can use a lot of different straws. I got these straws from Thriftway or IGA, and it was about $1 or $2 for each box. The box contains 100 straws, and they have this bendable part that's got to be cut off. So we got to adjust them, but it gives us a good long strut and allows us to create some objects. Now you're also going to need scissors, just normal scissors, and these right here are called brads. They're sort of like thumbtack type things that are used to keep paper together. Generally your loose leaf paper, if you're making a report, whatever. You can put holes in them with a normal 1/4 inch hole punch and stick regular sized brads in. In our case, we're using something smaller than a 1/4 inch hole punch, and because of that we need smaller brads. So these are tiny, and here's our hole punchers. Now the hole punchers are different because I'll probably try to put this so you can see it. If you see the little post that's up there, when you squeeze, that post, in the case of this hole punch with the purple handle, that's about a 1/8 inch diameter hole that's going to be created. That's the one we're going to be using today on these straws, because the straws are about a 1/4 inch thick. We have another one, and we can use these on smaller straws. And this one, hold it up here. This one's about a 1/16 inch diameter hole that's created. So I'm going to end up cutting off just below where this accordion part is. And what we'll be left with is a straw that looks sort of like this. Okay, I've cut down 6 straws, yellow straws. And you can see pretty much, now I have them right at the bottom here on the table, and you can see the top is relatively consistent. You're going to find when you do this that the more accurate or the more careful you are in doing your measurements, and in this case putting holes in here and cutting the straws, the more accurate you are with that, the easier it is going to be to finish the assembly. Now we're going to be, this is kind of hard to show you, so I'm going to be doing this while being mindful of what you can see. Okay, this little clip here, this little shield, whatever you want to call it, puts a light tension on the straw so that it can, I can move this and it's not going to wiggle in there. What I like about this is I can put a hole in the straw that's about a 1/4 inch in if I keep the end of the straw level with the side of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting a hole in this, and I can look at it to determine where exactly the hole's going to go. Okay, so I have the hole in here. Now I want the hole in each end of the straw to be pointing out the same way. You can see how you can see through the hole right here. I want to put one at the other end that has the same hole looking out, so that I don't have to move this in order for you to see the 2 holes at the same time. That's a pretty good job. I'm going to do the other 5 straws and then show you how we're going to assemble this. Okay, so I've done the 6, put holes in each end of the 6 struts or straws, and I've laid out the first 3 in the triangle here to show you, sort of give you a visual on how we're going to put this together. Okay, so you have 3 struts along the base here. Now we're going to have 3 more up here coming to a point. So you can see we're going to need four connectors. One to connect here, one here, one over here, and then one at the top here. This is actually going to be coming down like this. So there's going to be a little tension on this. So you might want to start it off, prepare it by sort of bending these a little bit, just so that there's not too much of a shock to it when you actually put the brad in. You have this. Now we're going to add 2 more struts on one of the ends. These brads can be tough for little kids to deal with. You can, if you want, because they're so plentiful sometimes, you can use these little wire ties that come with garbage bags in the joints also. Just insert them and then use, just twist it. The brads are definitely a nicer look to it though. Okay, so now we have 5 of the 6 brads already attached. Now we're going to take 2 of the sides, 2 of the straws, and form a triangle with it. Add another strut to the end. This is what we have right now. Okay, now what we're going to do is fold these all up and attach them with the 4th brad. There is our tetrahedron. The tetra is 4, hedron side or face. So here's 1, face number 1, face number 2 back here, 3 and 4.